Hello all, it's James Johnson, aka Sulphur Blade. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to episode 1 of the Great Houses of Calderia. This has been a game that's been in my wish list for quite a while now. I've been holding off on it for, not sure why. I love Crusader Kings 2. It's possibly my all-time favorite game. Though I do love MMORPGs like Ultima Online, but the MMORPG as a whole has gone so far down the drain as the years have gone on, and it's almost like I don't believe that I'll ever have an MMORPG worth playing before I die. Sad to say, but I hold out some hope that some of the MMORPGs releasing soon, like Ashes of Creation and maybe PAX Day or something, might be decent, but I really don't have a whole lot of hope that anything is going to bring back the feel of Ultima Online for me, or for that matter, Star Wars Galaxies. But anyway, I digress. But getting back to Great Houses of Calderia, I've been holding out on this game because I just wasn't sure about it. You know, it has similarities to CK2, but I'm afraid it's not going to be good enough. But I'm going to give it a try anyway. So we're going to jump in. I've never played it before. We're going straight into a new game, and we'll see if it's gonna hook me and make me yearn for more, or if I'm gonna have a hard time continuing this Let's Play. Alright, so the story so far. Calderia was once known as a paradise. However, the rulers of old grew hungry for power and knowledge, and devastation followed. The exact reason for the downfall are long forgotten, and for centuries, Calderia was taboo and never to be visited again. When the new emperor learned of the land, he disregarded the warnings of his council and granted a mandate for any noble house to claim parts of the land in his name. He appointed a viceroy to rule Calderia on his behalf. However, just 2 generations after the recolonization, bickering has arisen. Rumors are spreading that the viceroy himself has succumbed to the same old megalomania that affected the rulers of old. Okay. Our house embarked on the journey back as well. We are called the House of... Good question. None of these are really doing it for me here. House. And it's stuff just like that that causes my viewers heartache when I have to spend so much time thinking about something so innocuous. House... And I'll probably end up just going with something like House Johnson, which would be boring, but it is the channel name. House House of Blades? House of Blades now. House. Maybe we should go with something historical. I love CK2. What do I like to do when I play CK2? Well, I like to pretend I'm King Arthur. Oh, House Pendragon. There we go. House Pendragon. Oops, misspelled it. Yeah, I like that. Okay, we'll continue. As the etiquette of feudalism dictates, each house has different ideals to follow and traditions to value. Every family stands for something. From the beginning, we made sure that we were known as peacemakers, faster population growth, idealists, easier to maintain happiness, warriors, family members are stronger in battle, isolationists, safety levels always one higher, schemers, better spies, and scholars, upgrades are cheaper. I don't think I want to be an idealist because, I don't know, when I see the word idealist, I start thinking of the modern age we're in and activists. I don't want to be an ist. Though isolationist is actually an ist I don't mind so much. I wish that the US was more of an isolationist country at this point. What is safety level, though? You know, that sounds like a lame stat. Safety level always +1 higher. Scholars is the one that kind of jumps out at me the most because, you know, that's research. And yeah, I wouldn't mind being the guys who are the best at doing research. But that seems like the lame way of going. Everybody wants to be the scholars, right? Isolationist sounds different. Doesn't sound like something most people would pick. Let's go with it. Isolationist, why not? Your safety level is higher. This means you can spend less workers' time to keep safety up. I really don't think that's going to be a big bonus, but we're going to go with it anyway. It was our parents that led our expedition to recolonize Calderia. Decades later, their time was up, but they left behind a prosperous fiefdom, large family, and the beginning of a legacy. It came time to choose who among their children would become the new head of the family. Head of family is the leader of your house. They have the final say on family members, or family matters. Okay, so we have 3 options here. We have 2 males and 2 females. Well, straight up, you guys might call this misogynist, but I want to envision myself in a medieval society, and it's very unlikely that the woman would be the head of the family. I mean, it's possible if you're, per se, like Queen Elizabeth, who was the only heir without a male heir to take the place. But in this particular example, we have male possible heirs. Typically, the eldest male is going to be the person who should inherit. That would be Saturno. However, Gale currently has a crown on him, but we can change that, I suppose. Would I want to change that? Gale has kind of a balanced set of attributes. Saturnal is got good diplomacy and economy. Well, those are stats I kind of want to... Well, how do I want to put this? Excel at. Bridge builder. There's always a compromise as long as people are willing to negotiate about it. Gain compromise ability and social conflicts. Reckless. Act first, think later. You've never been the type to ponder. This guy is treasure hunter. Ambitious. Profligate. Can bribe ability and social. Fickle. Sometimes your opinions change on a whim or with a feeble argument. Sometimes nothing can change your mind unless you feel like changing it. And there's a reroll option here. Can we reroll infinitely? Till we get something we really like? I mean, it kind of looks that way, doesn't it? More males over here. 48, 30. Seems a little old. I'd like to have younger people. Oh, there's a person in his 50s. Wait, these are all male. They are, too. What the heck's up with that? What are these icons? Unmarried? Oh, so these guys are married. Unmarried. Interesting. Probably be good to have some unmarried people so that we can set up alliances right off the bat. This character looks pretty impressive. But not militarily. Calm, poised, modest, astronomer. And if we can make him the head. But should we? Yeah, this might take a little bit, guys. Anytime I have the option to re-roll things, I tend to do it a lot till I get something that meets my very hard to meet standards. I can figure out a way to talk myself out of picking any one of these rolls. That's only one male. Can I get someone with really godly stats? 12, 14, 12, 11. I'm just gonna concentrate on finding a high stat. Oh, this female. It's pretty high. Female? Yeah, female. $21.17. I kind of like this guy. This girl's a genius. He's a genius. He's sociable. He's benevolent. -1 military, -1 intrigue. Huh. I don't know. I like Tico. 45 is a little old. I would like to get... I'm going to talk myself out of this, ain't I? Everyone's like, just start the game. Pick someone and get it over with already. This seems like a whole lot of fairly decent characters. And I'm not going to pick it. Vengeful. Eloquent, diligent, thrill seeker. You are ready to risk yourself for unforgettable moments. 14, 16, 12, 12. Seems like a solid character. What are these little icons? The rest of the family is old as sin. Maybe I'm even looking at this all wrong. Maybe I just want to have a character who's good in each of the 4 slots, or each of the 4 stats, because I might end up using these guys like counselors. Yeah, I'm already not liking this. I like it. I like the fact that I can sit here and hit reroll, but at the same time, I hate the fact that it doesn't force me to pick something, because I know I'm going to spend a lot of time rerolling. A point-based system where I could select my characters, or my character the way I want my character, would probably be a better way of doing it. You guys understand what I mean by a point-based system. Like, you get 120 points and gentle is worth something, and you can have negative traits, you know, kind of like Stellaris does, right? And then how long is this character even going to be alive? Spending all this time trying to find this Amazing character. Male. Unmarried. We might have found him. The rest of the people are fairly young. They're in their 30s. He's the eldest male, so it makes sense. Do we have any other characters that are decent that can support him? Like, I guess diplomacy's not bad. Militarily, our T's here can be like the marshal. Miser, cruel, vengeful, cruel, stubborn, atrocious, eloquent, obese, seer, daring, carefree, benevolent. I guess we're gonna be cruel. Here we go. Alright. Oh, now coat of arms. This will take a little while too, won't it? Okay. We've gone all the way around, haven't we? Have I seen one that screamed Pendragon to me yet? What is that? It's like a mermaid seahorse? Why is there no dragon? I find it strange there's no dragon. Stag. That for some reason that's knightly, Knights of the Round Table. Excalibur? No. Yep, nobody's watching this video at this point. They're like, God, this guy can't make a decision on anything. Justice. The Scales, Pendragon. Yeah, probably. Okay. Main color, icon color, secondary color. Yeah, icon color is the reason it's not working. Just making it straight white. Yeah, I think that'll do. Okay, house origins. When our house embarked on the journey to Calderia, we were among the first to arrive near the Emperor's lands in the east. Flatland bonus, crops and population. Well, it makes sense that we would be one of the first to arrive. We were early to arrive, landed in the south near Irameta, home of the Math Magicians. Hillside bonus, grapes and livestock. Arrived later than many and settled in the mountains of the north. Bonus, materials and metal. Arrived when most of the land was inhabited and thus settled a bit further away in the west. Step bonus, horses and gold. I think we're just going to go with crops and population here. Going to go with the flatlands. From the unclaimed land still available to us, we established our settlement in... So these are the places I can pick, huh? This one seems like the largest. Don't know why that one's grayed out. Galdus. This fief town was established on a flat rocky peninsula. Numerous small fishing villages contribute to the sustenance of the fiefdom, yet the province is primarily well suited for sheep grazing and horse breeding. Crops are the main source of food for the population, and livestock, one crop per population is consumed as food every day. Gold, minus 10%. Gold is the backbone of trade and economy. All other resources have their value measured in gold while trading. Grapes, negative 20. Horses, plus 25. Materials are the main resource for construction. Reeds, clay, stone, wood are all collectively known as materials. So it's not good for materials and it's not good for metal. Workers 9, buildings built 8, starting population, high starting population. Are these things going to change if we change? Yeah, they are going to, in fact, aren't they? Of course. So now I get to think about something even more. Okay. Got a lot more. Oh, and then there's a difficulty rating. This is considered medium. This is considered easy. The Delta Velir offers an abundance of crabs, clams, and fish, along with highly fertile soil. The fiefdom is also difficult to invade due to the presence of the east-west road and its clear visibility in all directions. Okay. Good crops. No good for horses, but we do have materials. I think materials sounds like it's important. That's why I'm not sure I like this one, but I do like the fact that it's got good horses. Six workers, 9 buildings built. 9 workers, 18 buildings built. Now that's quite the difference. Nine workers, 14 buildings built. 30% on crops, 30% on gold, 10% on grapes, 25% on metal ore. 8 workers, 16 buildings, 10 crops, 15 materials, 20 ore, 9 workers, 13 buildings, 20 crops, 15 materials, 20 ore, and 9 and 13, 20 crops, 10 grapes, 15 materials, 20 ore. Boy, those are big bonuses on crops and materials. But it's got the worst amount of buildings. 16, 14. This one seems to have the biggest building advantage, but yet it's got a difficulty of medium. It's shit for materials and metal ore. Actually, it's shit for a lot of stuff, isn't it? All it really has is horses and crops. I mean, in the long run, we could probably min-max this one the most, because we'll be able to crops field, crop rotation, clay pits, stables, animal pens, table grapevines. What are the difference in these buildings? There's a tannery in this one. Wine grapes, appellations, winery. Table grapes, bloomery. Okay, so this already has smithing stuff set up. Drift mines, fire settings, ore smelting. This already has mining set up and smithing. Animal pens. Crop fields, crop rotation, bird, keep, talus. Oh wait, that's 3 level of keep. What was over here? Berg and crenellations. Berg, keep, stone walls. Oh Jesus. And this was Berg, keep, talus. Berg, keep, stone walls. Berg, keep, stone walls. Berg, keep, stone walls. Animal pens, pastures, drift mines, tannery. Crenellations. But no keep, and no stone walls. But we have crenellations on the Berg. What is that? Oh, these are crafters? Weavers, clay pits, Berg. High starting population, high starting population. Low starting population. High starting population. Boy, this is... I do like the 30% bonus on the crops and materials here. Reeds, clay, stone, wood are all collectively known as materials. Crops are the main source of food for population. 1 crop per population is consumed as food every day. I don't know. This particular, I think this might be the province we're going to start with. It's got the least buildings and it's got the least workers. But essentially we're starting, I guess, with a fresh slate that we can build up to be what we need. And we'll have the good crops and good materials. We have good materials to build with. Kind of sucking on horses. Alright, we're gonna do this one. And we named it. Well, actually, no, this will be easy. We named it Camelot. Whoa. Okay, sound effects. Would you like to have a tutorial? Oh boy. Yes, please? The members of your house can be found and accessed here. Hover over their portraits to see more info. Okay. Your fiefdom is your home. Baron Pendragon of Camelot. Okay. You are a vassal of House Zabata. You pay taxes to them. Counts may have several barons as vassals. Okay, we're just a lowly baron, huh? Duke Galan governs over the duchy you belong in. There are 4 duchies in Calderia. Duchies are indicated by the different background colors on the fiefdom banners. Dukes may have several counts as their vassals. Monstimo de Calder is the capital of Calderia. Viceroy Monsbara rules over Calderia on the Emperor's behalf. All dukes are vassals of the Viceroy. Return to your own fiefdom by clicking on the Home button. Okay. The capital of Calderia. Actions under the map are done through fiefdom action menus. Clicking on fiefdoms open their action categories. Click on your fiefdom. Click the View button to enter fiefdom view. The population of your fiefdom is shown here. The first number is your current population. Yes, it's terrible. The second number is your max population cap. Population increases when the green bar fills to the top. It's something we're going to have to work on straight away. Farmers. Your population amount translates to workers. It's wise to make sure you have enough crops to feed your people. Each worker consumes 1 per day. Click on the farmer's profession. Each worker assigned to a profession increases productivity. We have 2 masons, a herdsman, 2 masons. Interesting. Total production per day is shown here. Negative 5.8 crops per day. Negative crops? That doesn't sound very good. These panels show what is required to produce the resources as well as where the resource is currently consumed. Okay, so there's 4.7 production. 10.4 is consumed via 0.3 production. Huh? 0 in trade, 0.5 in taxes. 9.7 in wages? Okay, that doesn't make sense to me. You're paying wages? You're paying crops as a wage? These panels show what is required to produce the resources, as well as where the resource is currently consumed. Nine point 9.7 plus 0.3 is 10, plus 0.5 is 10.5. So the math doesn't quite line up. It's 10.4. So we have a 0.1 disparity here. But that's clearly saying that these things down here equal this consumption. So it's clearly saying that somehow crops are considered wages. And that's where most of our crops are going, is to pay wages. Maybe it's wages to our army, to our soldiers. Do we have soldiers? Do we have an army? Guess we're going to find out. Drag and drop workers from other professions to farmers until your production of crops is positive. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. It takes time for the workers to reach their full potential after transfers. Farmers don't have maximum worker caps while other professions do. Now, I have a feeling we could probably take one of these masons and get them drag and drop from other professions until your production of crops is positive. Herdsman. What does a herdsman even do? Well, I guess there's going to be no mason work anytime soon. Your population grows according to the happiness of your workers. 3 workers, happiness -1, city growth -3. Seems like my workers are not very happy. You may assign your family members to oversee professions. The competence of your overseer may boost or hinder the profession. Production and happiness are the most important factors at the beginning. Those are measured by the diplomacy and military skills of the overseer. Drag and drop a portrait of your family member to the empty overseer slot. Okay, it's showing me. Is it gonna let me choose any of the others? No, it's pretty much saying drag me into the slot. Alright. So I'm a cruel person, so I have a feeling that might play into this. You may assign your family members to... Yeah, but I've already done that. Drag and drop portraits. Okay, hit the continue button. The amount of all your resources are here. Your surplus or deficit per day is indicated by the small numbers. The icon indicates there is a problem with production. Production halted because there's no masons. Yeah. Grapes. Production halted because no population in vineyard. Okay. Production halted because no population in freeholders. Sure. Okay. Continue. Click the back button or right mouse button to return to the map when you are ready. The right mouse button. Left, right. Your current objectives can be seen here. You've done the first one already. Hover over the icon to continue. Assign overseer. Okay. Good diplomatic relations are important. Send an official visit to your overlord's fiefdom to improve your relations. Make official visit. Okay. Click on the fiefdom banner. Good diplomatic relations are important. Da, da, da. Click on the fiefdom banner. Select diplomacy. Official visit. Drag family member here. All delegations have to be done by someone in your family. Choose a leader for your delegation. Tip: high diplomacy skill is often helpful in diplomatic missions. You think? Drag and drop a portrait of your own family member to the empty box on the left. So I'm the only option once again, huh? It's me or nobody. I seem to be doing a lot of stuff. What are these? Doesn't matter because it won't let me click on them. Okay, all delegations have to be done by continue. Choose delegation target. You may choose who you are going to visit by selecting a member from the other family on the right side. Indicate personal relations, indicate house relationship. Choose people who like each other. Drag and drop delegation target. Again, it's only going to let me choose this person, which is Dahlia Zabata, who seems to be the leader of the house of Zabata, so I'm going to assume she's a countess. I'm unmarried, but she seems to be married, so I guess I'm not going to be wooing her. Guess we will continue. Send an official. Mirror Pendragon is currently overseeing farmers. This activity will stop if a Mirror Pendragon is sent on the delegation. Are you going to let me change the person at this point? You might. Okay, what are these green numbers mean? Added towards data beta Pendragon. I'm assuming green means good. Can I change out now? Ooh, what's this? Countess Sabata's attitude toward Beta Pen. Well, she doesn't like her. Okay, can I click on these? I can. -10, -5. Okay. She really likes Jinbra. Jinbra has some decent diplomacy. We might be going with her. And she's kind of neutral on me. She doesn't hate me, evidently. She kind of likes Artees, but Artees doesn't have that great of diplomacy. This is our diplomat, but the Countess doesn't like her. She's capable of diplomacy, and the Countess likes her. So we're going to send her. That way I can continue to overwork my farmers. Okay, here are the time controls. Whenever an event pops up, the game is paused until you resolve them. Pause can also be activated with the space button. Time moves on with normal speed. Faster time and faster time, okay? Construct a building. Wait, did the tutorial end? Or does it want me to speed up time? We're paused. So there goes Dahlia. She's making the trip to somewhere. Shouldn't she be going down here? Oh, she's going by boat. Alright, that's interesting. Official visit. Most interactions between other families are presented with events. The event happens to the person on the left. So that would be her. Skills of the characters have often the greatest impact on the possible outcomes. A skill of 10 to 12 is average, 18 is superb. Traits may also affect the events depending on the context. Hover over the skill icon to see what each of them represents. Yeah, I already know what they represent. Okay. Personal relations and house relations can often hinder or help your cause. Personal relations are shown, yes, and house relations are shown there, okay? You're not going to let me continue. Why? Because I had to hover over them or you wouldn't have let me continue. Interesting. You may choose what your family member tries to achieve, but their characteristics determine how well they succeed. The skills of the event characters are often compared to each other. Hover over the event choices to get a hint of what affects the outcome. Select a choice of your liking. Collective economy. Collective military. Collective intrigue. She's only got a 9 in economy. The only thing she's really better than Dahlia in is military. She's about even on diplomatic stuff, but none of these are technically diplomatic, right? This one, I guess, would be economy. Oh, this would be military. You may choose what your family tried to achieve, but the character has determined. Well, here goes. Dahlia agrees that military matters would make for a good topic of discussion. Sharing their philosophies on warfare, they spend a great deal of the day finding they have much in common. House Zapata and House Pendragon, plus 18 opinion of family relations. Dahlia and plus 20 respect relations. House Zapata and House Pendragon plus 5 recent visit relations. So it sounds to me like I've improved our relations with our count. And that's about it. Didn't seem like there was any type of non-aggression pact or defense agreement or anything of that nature formed. Just, yeah, we like you a little more now. Okay, you can check all of your current, past, and future objectives from this button. Okay. Objectives. This is the end of the tutorial. Feel free to browse your current and future objectives to get an idea what you could try to achieve next. More game mechanics will be explained to you as you try them for the first time. When you are done, click the right mouse button or the back button. And that's the end of the tutorial. Road to victory. What is this? Start, initial growth, sign overseer, make official visit, construct a building. Learning the way has unlocked scholar's tradition, unlocked scholar profession. Okay. So, pause. And I think this is probably a good spot to wrap up our first episode. I need to be consciously aware of my predilection to make long videos. I want to try to keep them shorter and more palatable. Anyway, this will be the first episode of House of Calderia, the birth of House Pendragon, and our first visit to our liege lord has happened in this episode. We also painstakingly went through all of the decisions, and you guys were all subjected to the horrible torture of watching me take forever to make up my mind on decisions. Anyway, thank you for dealing with my indecision, and hopefully you enjoyed this content. If so, please smash that like button, consider subscribing, and until the next time, folks, peace.